June 27th. God loves to talk to us, and one of the ways He speaks to us is through the Bible. When we spend time reading our Bible, it's basically like God talking to us. There's a story in the Bible in Acts 10 about a man named Cornelius that heard from God when he spent time with Him. Cornelius and his whole family loved God. They gave to people who needed things, and they spent time with God by praying regularly. One day, while Cornelius was talking to God, an angel spoke to him. The angel told Cornelius that God had heard his prayers and that he needed to invite a man named Peter to come over to his house. So Cornelius told two of his servants and a soldier what the angel said and sent them to find Peter. While Cornelius's men were on their way, Peter was on his roof praying and spending time with God. As Peter prayed, an angel spoke to him too. Peter realized that the angel was telling him to go to the house of a man named Cornelius. So when Cornelius's men showed up at Peter's house, he went with them. When Peter arrived, he saw that Cornelius had invited his whole family and all of his friends over too. Peter told everyone who was there the good news that God wanted them to hear, the good news about Jesus. When Cornelius and Peter spent time with God, they heard exactly what He wanted them to do. And when Cornelius's family and friends spent time with God by listening to Peter tell the good news, they heard about God's love, and they chose to believe in Jesus. I know it can sometimes seem difficult to hear from God, but He has made a way for us to know His voice. When we spend time with God, we can know what He wants us to do too. We can spend time with God by reading our Bible, learning at church, and asking God to speak to us, knowing that He will. You and I hear from God when we spend time with Him.